I'm not sure what's going on this morning. We're supposed to paddle the Sydenham River. It's a major storm out right now. We met the nature group and they're ahead of us, and yeah, here we go. I can't see much. We're getting crazy weather. Crazy weather. Did you bring your rain jacket, Kristine?
Yes, I did. And I brought my positive attitude.
Oh,
really
we're here.
Don't think we're canoeing in this.
Here we go. Thanks, Kristine. All right, who are you? Where are we? What are we doing here?
So my name is Roberta Buchanan. I'm one of the stewards of Sydenham River Nature Reserve and a member of Lambton Wildlife and Sydenham Field Naturalists. And we're at Sydenham River Nature Reserve to go for a canoe ride. But of course we can't because there's thunder and lightning and rain. So we won't be going.
What are we looking at now?
So this is one of the agricultural fields that we're restoring, and we've done a couple of things. You can see that there's been a pond put in behind me here, and we've also done pit and mound to try to imitate what would happen in nature when a tree falls down. It creates a micro ecosystem for frogs and other insects, which is great for the habitat and the ecosystem. And if you look over here, you can see that there's a pit right here, and it does have some water in it right now because of the rain, which is good. This was planted with tall grass prairie to provide habitat while the trees grow, because we did plant a lot of trees. The seeds were collected from the trees that you see around you, and the one weekend with volunteers, and then the second weekend we came back and we just walked around and planted all the seeds that we had collected from the trees. So eventually this will be a Carolinian forest, like the forest that you see surrounding this field. But the nice thing about the tall grass prairie is the next 10 or 15 years while the trees are growing, it provides great habitat for all kinds of butterflies, moths, and all kinds of pollinators.
What are we seeing here?
So along this path in May, you'll see a lot of different wildflowers. So baneberry, Virginia waterleaf, wild trilliums, wild geranium, Virginia bluebell, and this all the way down, a little bit further down, we'll see a patch. There's a huge patch of Marsh Marigolds, which are one of my favorites. I just love them. So, but of course, they're all the spring wildflowers. So most of the flowers are gone now, as are most of the leaves, as they're ephemeral. And again, you can see if you just take a look down as we walk through this major puddle. You can see how beautiful the fact is that we've got this beautiful ravine on both sides, and again provides incredible habitat for all different kinds of plant and animal species. If you look around, you can see the bergamot and the sweet oxeye, and this is all nature. It's just nature. You smell that. Yes, I can't hear anything. I'll take my hood down. So this is the beautiful biodiverse Sydenham River, the most biodiverse river in all of Canada, and rumored to be the most biodiverse, second most biodiverse in all of North America. You know, I'm sure there's lots of challenges to that. But anyway, so this river hosts mussels that can be found nowhere else in Canada, and some that can be found nowhere else in the world. So this is incredibly important because, you know, really? As you know, mussels are the filtration system for our river systems, because that's what they do. They filter water. So they take all of the junk that we put in and filter it out. So they're amazing and very important. They're not very sexy, but man, they're so important to the ecosystem.
What did we find?
Like, this is exciting. Hackberry trees. So I love hackberry trees because they're like it's almost like a cork, and you can see how deep it can be. And this area is full of hackberry trees, which is a pretty rare Carolinian species that's very important. Hackberry butterflies, of course, rely on it as their host. But you can see there's hackberry here, hackberry behind me. There's all kinds of hackberry trees on this property. There's another little one here. So again, very, very important to protect this area. Maybe the rain's gonna stop. Yay! So this is another agricultural field that is going to be restored for Sydenham River Nature Reserve. As you can see, the forest right here, it's another protected forest, so it's very nice that it's protected by another nature group that's right next door. And across the road here, this is the property that we're fundraising to purchase. So this huge area protecting the Sydenham River watershed will be all the way starting from the end of this 100 acres all the way through the existing Sydenham River Nature Reserve to the other area where we were earlier. So, where to start? So we do have, we do surveys here. We do snake board surveys and salamander surveys and vernal pool surveys. We've done bio blitzes, and we've had groups from the Ontario field ornithologists, and we come and we do bird surveys and bird blitzes to see the number of breeding birds that are on the property. And some of the breeding birds are species at risk. For example, the red-headed woodpecker. We have a breeding pair. I found the nest a few years ago. And we also have cerulean warbler, who is also a species at risk.
Kristine, do you think all those warblers around here eat mosquitoes?
I hope so.
I think she's lying to us. I don't think there's any birds around here at all. At least the ones that eat mosquitoes.
There's a lot of mosquitoes, I'll tell you that right now.
So it's basically, the land is owned by Ontario Nature. And then it's monitored and managed by Sydenham
Field Naturalists and Lambton Wildlife.
Okay. And what's the whole passion behind it? Like, what all of a sudden got you excited to do all this?
So I think the passion behind it is to protect an ever diminishing habitat in this area. So of course southwestern Ontario is the most densely populated, and there's really only about 2% of the land area in southwestern Ontario that are left that isn't developed. And if we can protect some of that 2% for all of the species that need help, then that is a great thing that we can do.
I'm just asking her a lot of questions because I know the bugs aren't bothering you at all during this time. Yeah. Is it okay? We're going to be here for another hour.
No, I'm going to go back to the car.
Well, we're bushwhacking now. We're off in the deep jungles of southwestern Ontario, Carolina Canada forest. I think I heard a parrot. We're looking for what tree? What tree we're looking for?
We're looking for a heritage tree, sycamore, 7 feet in diameter. So hopefully we don't get lost on the way there.
We're still following Mark. I don't think he knows where he's going. He says there's a trail. Look.
This is not a trail. It's a deer trail.
Mark, this tree. Mark, this tree better be darn big. I'm telling you right now.
It is. It's worth it.
I always find people interesting when they're following a deer run. They just assume the deer actually knew where they were going. Deer might get lost as well, you know. Have you ever thought about that, Mark? No. I think Mark's going to leave me out here. That's what he's going to do. You know, I've traveled the far north in muskeg and spruce bogs and stuff. That's a piece of cake compared to this Carolina, southwestern Ontario stuff. Just a little further, Kevin. Just a little further. Oh, and by the way, Kristine is at the car with the dogs. Because, yeah, there is a lot of singing animal poison ivy here. So, yeah, we're sleeping with the dogs tonight. So.
There he goes.
Crossing in front of us there.
We just saw a deer. Mark?
Yes?
You just said it was around the next stump. Okay, just a note, everybody. Don't travel with a guide that says, well, I don't even know if they'll find our bodies. Oh yeah, let's meet up with some local naturalists that know the whole area really well. And then the moment you get into the woods, yeah, we should have marked the trail last time we were here. Well, we didn't find the tree. We kind of got confused of our whereabouts. And I think we found the tree, but then we decided it wasn't really all that important to find the tree. Kristine was waiting for us back in the. Oh, we're going to lunch now.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to
Right here.
what's it called? We can park right here.
Farmer's Ale House.
Ooh.
Oh, looks nice.
Shall I go pick us up some lunch?
Well, it's raining a lot, so I don't think we can eat outside.
No.
We have to do takeout.
All right.
Okay.
What do you think, Oliver? Angel? Sounds good? I don't think the dogs are talking to us. They're a little wet and cranky. Here you go.
Thank you. Oh, it tastes like Thank you.
It's not fish this time, though.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
Are you okay? Clubhouse.
Oh.
This is their special.
Good. Is it? Okay,
Yes.
great.
There you go.
Awesome.
Let's go.
I love Clubhouse. Yeah.
Ready to go back to camp?
Yes, let's go get dry. I have the worst timing.
I called my mother. My mother was concerned about because of the storms and stuff, so she called me, and it's a weak signal here. I don't know much of a signal, but I did call her, and quite concerned about her son and being with Kristine, and well, I'll get her to tell the story.
Well, I think she was more worried about me. I think she was worried about us and the weather, and I think she's a pretty wise woman. I think she had some good words of advice. What did she say? You should take me to a hotel room, out for a nice dinner, and treat me right. She's got a good point.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
Just kidding.
We got an oasis of our own. Look at,
We do, actually.
it's beautiful. Look at, whoa.
We do. Baltimore Oriole in the tree right there. See it? Look. Can you see it?
Oh yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of birds here in this park. Yeah.
This is a nice park.
It is nice.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
nice.
Really
actually.
nice park. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're here, like, this is our second night here, so, yeah. Not that we've actually been here to the campsite that much, because we've been doing stuff, but...
No. We've been away from it a lot, but it's a really well-maintained campground. We had a shower, nice shower today. Yep.
So you don't really need a fancy hotel.
No, I don't, actually. I don't have anything against fancy hotels. If you wanted to, like, write that down.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, look.
Oh, yeah.
It just flew right over us.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
There are actually a lot of birds here. And there's another one.
It's really nice. That's why I like about staying longer at certain places, because then... Oh, yeah, look at that. Look.
Oh.
There's like 4 of them. Oh, he's right there. Oh. Okay, I should have a fancy camera and filming him, but I can't. But there's like 5 Baltimore Orioles around us, and 1 Scottish mother. Because the storm, bugs. I gotta cook dinner. It's like cologne. It's cologne of the woods. Using this curry this time. Oh yeah. Yeah, and they're little tiny mosquitoes. Like I don't know if you know, but there's a lot of different types of mosquitoes, and they all should die. Can of chicken and couscous. Storm is abating, but then coming back again. So I'm getting this done before the storm hits again. Lots of rain we've been dealing with, lots of storms, lots of heat waves, but having a really good time actually.